Okay, students, in order to speak the next situation, let me give you a problem. They have given you 5 measurements of a single physical quantity. If the length of some substance was measured 5 times, they were obtaining the values as 10.2, 10.3, 10.2, 10.1 and 10.0. From this, they are asking you to find out the absolute error, relative error, and percentage error of the measurement. They are asking you to find out absolute error, relative error, and percentage error. These are the 5 measurements of a same physical quantity. Then let's come back to our topic. Now we are going to speak about the different ways in which we will express error. We are going to speak about the different ways in which we will express error. They are absolute error, relative error, and percentage error. I'll come back to each of this by this problem. Okay, for finding out the absolute error, relative error, percentage error, these are the 5 measurements, and let's find out the sigma L value. Sigma L means the sum of all these values, and if I am taking the sum of all these values, I will get 50.8. Okay, then let's find out the mean value of the measurement. Let's find out the mean value of the measurement. That means, let me write mean value is written as L bar. L bar is equal to sigma L divided by N. Sum of all values 50.8 divided by N, that is 5, and we will obtain it as 10.16. This is our L bar value. Our L bar value is obtained as 10.16, and I am rounding this off up to this value. That is 10.16. The last digit is 6. It is greater than 5, and since it is greater than 5, we could write it as 10.2. This is approximated as 10.2. Since the last value is 6, which is greater than 5, we could add 1, that is 10.2. Therefore, the L bar value is taken as, that is the mean value is taken as 10.2. Okay. Then from this, we will have another column over here, that is L minus L bar. The next column is L minus L bar. That means we are finding out the difference between the measured value and the mean value. Now, in this case, we are assuming the mean value as the true value. We are assuming the mean value of the true value in this case. Then let's find out the deviation from the measured value to the true value. That is, in this case, we will have to write, let me write it as such, 10.2 minus 10.2. That is 0. In this case, it will be 10.3 minus 10.2. 10.3 minus 10.2, it is 0.1. Let me write like that. Then in this case, it will be 10.2 minus 10.2, it will be 0. In this case, it will be 10.1 minus 10.2. If I am writing that over here, 10.1 minus 10.2, it is negative of 0.1. In this case, it should be what? It should be 10.0 minus 10.2. It should be negative of 2. Okay. Therefore, these are the values that we have obtained. These values are the absolute error of each. If you are asked to find out the absolute error of the first measured value, it is 0. Then what's absolute error? Absolute error is the difference between the measured value and the mean value. Or absolute error is the difference between the measured value and the true value. We have said that mean value is assumed as the true value. What's the absolute error of the fourth value? It is minus zero point 0.1. Okay. Therefore, this is how we are finding out the absolute error of each measurement. Then now we have to find out the mean absolute error. In order to find out the mean absolute error, this L minus L bar, it is called as delta L. What is L minus L bar called as? It is called as delta L. The formula for finding out mean absolute error, it is sigma mod of delta L divided by L. The formula for finding out mean absolute error is sigma mod of delta L divided by L. That means we have to add the numerical values of all these substance divided by 5. Numerical value means 0 plus 0.1 plus 0 plus what's the absolute value or the numerical value of minus 0.1? It is 0.1 itself. By using mode of delta L, what they have meant is all values, positive values should be added. Over here it is minus 0.1, but we have to add 0.1 over here. Plus, next is, should I add minus 0.2 or 0.2? 0.2. Therefore, divided by n means number of values are 5. Over here you could see 0.1, 0.1, 0.2, that is 0.4 divided by 5. Okay. And that will be obtained as 0.08, and 0.08 it can be approximated up to this value. Therefore this is 8 is greater than 1 greater than 5, therefore we have to write 0.1. Therefore this is the mean absolute error. Mean absolute error, it can be written as delta L bar. Mean value is written as L bar, therefore mean absolute error can be written as delta L bar. Therefore we have obtained the mean absolute error, it is 0.1. Okay, then let's speak about relative error. In order to find out relative error, the formula that we will be using is delta L bar divided by L bar. The ratio of mean absolute error to the mean value will be relative error. The ratio of mean absolute error to the mean value will be relative error. And if I am substituting the values onto this equation, it will be 0.1 divided by 10.2. Let's keep this as such. Therefore, this is our relative error of this measurement. Then let's speak about percentage error. Percentage error, it is actually relative error expressed in percentage or relative error into 100. What is percentage error? It is relative error into 100. That is, I could even write it like this, delta L bar divided by L bar into 100, or it is 0.1 divided by 10.2 into 100. Okay, then it will become 0.1 into 10, 100 as 0.1 into 100 as 10 divided by 10.2. It will be 0.980 something. Therefore, if we are approximating into this value, it is 9. Therefore, it will be becoming 1. Or we could write 1.0. Okay, if you are approximating it like this, that is 1%. Therefore, now we have found out the absolute error, relative error, and percentage error of this measurement. What is the mean absolute error? Mean absolute error is 0.1, and what is relative error? Relative error is 0.1 divided by 10.2, and the percentage error it is 1%. Okay, then measurement ഒറ്റയടിക്ക് നമുക്ക് communicate ചെയ്യണം വിചാരിച്ചു. Express this measurement in terms of its absolute error and percentage error. Express this measurement in terms of its absolute error and percentage error. അങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒരു ചോദ്യം ഉള്ളത് വെച്ചാൽ നമുക്ക് എഴുതാൻ പറ്റും ഇതിന്റെ mean value. What's the mean value of this measurement? The mean value of this particular measurement, it is 10.2. Therefore, I could write 10.2 plus or minus 0.1. This is one way of expressing the measured value. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കാം ഇതിന്റെ കൂടി വാല്യൂ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 10.2 plus or minus 0.1 ആണ്. ഇതിൽ നിന്ന് എന്താ നമുക്ക് മനസ്സിലാവുന്നത്? We can understand 10.2 is the true value. ഇതിനൊക്കെ കൂടി true value എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 10.2 ആണ്, and there is an error of 0.1. അതായത് 10.2 ൽ നിന്ന് ഒരു 0.1 കൂടാനോ കുറയാനോ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. Therefore, this is the measured value expressed in terms of absolute error. Absolute error in terms of measured value express ചെയ്യുന്നത് അങ്ങനെയാണ്. And if you are expressing the measured value in terms of percentage error, measured value നെ percentage error ന്റെ രൂപത്തിൽ പറയുകയാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് എഴുതാം 10.2 plus or minus 1%. അതായത് this is the measured value expressed in terms of percentage error. 10.2 ആണ് കിട്ടിയ വാല്യൂ, അതിലൊരു 1% എററിന് സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. 10.2 ആണ് കിട്ടിയ വാല്യൂ, ഇതിലൊരു 1% എററിന് സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. Therefore, this is how we are finding out the errors in a group of values. That is absolute error. The formula that you have to remember for finding out mean absolute error is sigma mod of delta L divided by n. That is, we have to take the sum of all the numerical values of the individual absolute error divided by the sum of the total number of values. And the formula for finding out percentage error is relative error into 100. The formula for finding out relative error is delta L bar divided by L bar. That is the ratio of mean absolute error to the mean value is relative error. Hope you have understood this session.